I'm hot. So I'm going to run you through the gear that I've got. Wood cutting's expensive. Don't kid yourself. And there's ways that I've tried to save money. And just to give you a break on where you can spend money at and where you can't, I'm going to go through that gear. So, and the reason I say break, I've had some horrible lessons learned. Back in my youth, I used to cut a lot of firewood. I had a log home that burned, gosh, 8 when I fully insulated the cabin, but before it was 10 to 12 full cords a year. And I used it to heat the hot water in the cabin. So it was a painful lesson on me getting up to speed on what to do. I split my own wood. I'm in my 50s now, and I've got arthritis in this thumb. I broke down and bought a log splitter the other day. It kind of broke my heart, to be honest. Splitting wood is, I always took pride in it and keeps you in shape. But I tried to split some blackjack oak and just couldn't do it. Red oak that I just cut up, it's easy. But let's go through this gear and try to save you some money. So first thing you'll notice, I've got blue chainsaws. You're like, hey man, what's this? So now that I got your attention, now I'm gonna go through the gear. First of all, I've got a Greenworks electric chainsaw. And you're like, man, you can't cut wood with an electric chainsaw. Yes, you can. And I love it. It's my go-to saw. It's my trim saw. This thing is so light that it doesn't bother me to trim. And I think it's safer because that saw is not heavy. The trick is 2 batteries. That said, 1 battery, you're about whipped. So let's go to the next thing. Here's where you're not gonna save money. Kinda. So here I buy premixed gas. And you're like, man, I've seen it all over the internet. Just use that steel 2-cycle oil and it'll run just as good. Yeah, it sure will until you put the saw up. So this saw right here, I hadn't started it in 2 years. I'm dead serious. 2 years sitting on the shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4. It went. Lit off. Now let's go to the saw. It's a Blue Max. I hate it. It's a Chinese clone. What are you gonna do? It's a Husky clone. If this thing was orange, you wouldn't know the difference. It reminds me of the chainsaws from the 90s. It's not fuel injected. It's not fancy smancy. Way it starts, you pull on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. When it chugs, put that choke back in. Make sure that switch is on, and it'll start. I love the saw. I love the saw. I've got 2 of them. Now the bad part about the saw, the Chinese did a great job copying it, except the chain. I ain't gonna lie, that chain that came on that saw was garbage. It wouldn't cut balsa wood. So what I did, I swapped it out with an Oregon chisel, and it's a chisel cut. If you don't know what a chisel cut is, they're dangerous. That saw can bounce back and hit you in the face. You just got to be prepared for that. I also wear vibration gloves. These are an older saw. The newer saws have got a lot of vibration technology in them. I don't really care for that. That glove takes care of that. I got an old school saw. If I keep good gas in it, it's going to fire right off. I got a gear bag. I keep my helmet in it. I thought this was just being safety saying this thing is the bomb. I got earmuffs. I don't wear safety glasses with it. Safety guys will probably get on to me. But wearing this, I don't have to worry about my glasses fogging up. So the bar oil. I don't use any old bar oil. I'm pretty picky on it. I've tried steel and I've tried Husky bar oil. I can't say it's any good. This is Walmart bar oil. It's the bomb. So what I do, this premixed gas here, this is amazing. If you'll use this on a steel saw, they'll warranty your chainsaw. So I put a couple drops of it in the gas tank, and that's my insurance. I've got a sling to wrap around a tree. I've got a cable, and I got chain if I need to pull any wood. Here's my kit bag. I've got wedges, brushes to clean the sawdust off, extra set of earmuffs, somebody's with me. I got work gloves. Okay, what you had gloves over here. These are vibration gloves. I depend on them so much, I will only use them for cutting wood. This is my, I'm gonna load the firewood up gloves. So this is my 14-inch Blue Max. This is my 20-inch. This is my big bad boy here. It's heavy, but I've upgraded it to an Oregon bar. I run them upside down, and I've got a chisel cut on it. Another thing that I'll use, I always keep everything covered up, but I don't use a hard case for my saws. I think hard cases are crap. They wind up breaking, they wind up taking too much room in the bed of a truck. So I got these forestry bags. I think I got them on Amazon. You can get them off eBay. I've labeled, like you'll see here, 20-inch saw. I know what saw is which, and I can go. Here's the most important thing. Please wear these. They're chaps. So if you've ever seen a video, if the saw hits it, it wraps it up and kills the saw. My cousin tried to cut his leg off. I've had a coworker about to cut his leg off. I cut solo. I can't remember the last time I had help out deep in the woods. Probably an hour and a half from a hospital. That's why I wear this stuff. Ear protection, eye protection, and these chaps. There's nothing wrong with being safe. What I do, that's probably the safety guys that get onto me, is I don't wear long sleeve. I get hot quick doing this, and I think getting too hot, I also wear you out and get you hurt. So that's my gear. That's what I use. One other thing, if we're using a pickup truck, you need to do this. I'm gonna patent it. So when I was cutting a lot of wood, one day I threw a piece of firewood in the back of the truck, and the bed was full, and it went tink, tink, and it barely hit the glass. I thought, man, I got by with that one. Psh! I lost the back glass and driving home. About a 40-minute drive, all the sawdust just came right in the cab. So now I do this. It just makes it easy, a little bit of insurance. But anyway, I'm gonna start loading some firewood, and what I'm doing, I'll come back and cut the rest of this wood. Right now, this is just to get me to a food plot. So let's go up there real quick. And what I'm trying to do, I'm gonna get a shooting house and put it up here. And this is an this was gonna be, the previous owner was gonna make a home site here. I made him an offer he couldn't refuse, more or less, I think. And he sold out. So right here, there's a deer scrape. It's old, but they come right through here. I've got a lower plot down here. We're up on the ridge now. I don't like hunting a ridge, but they come through here. So I'll show you what's going on. I'm gonna have to give up my blackberry patch. This is about half an acre. So before these trees grow up, I'm gonna get the bush hog in here and open this up. And right here will be the shooting house. Behind you. This will be in front, about 10 feet up. So I appreciate you hanging out. And you can't see it, but in the very, very, very back, that's the Smokies.